let's get this started. So
recording in progress.
there you go, right on cue. Let's go around. Let's get this started. Let's share some wins. Take a few minutes and share some wins with us. Everybody should have a win. So I'm actually gonna go around the horn because I don't care if you got to sell or not. Everyone got to win. You better have had a win. It's been 7 days since we last spoke. You better have had a win. Doesn't matter if it's because stuff happens in life, right? So it doesn't matter if you didn't get to sell or recruit, but you have to have a win to be in my group. To be in my Wednesday group, you have to share a win. There's no losers here, right? Everybody got to win somewhere. So let's start from the top. I'm going to call your name because I'm going to go from the top of my screen. Let's start off with my boy Chris. If you're able to share with us a quick win that you got through the past.
Hey, what's up, Johnny? Thank you for putting this together today. Appreciate all you guys being here. So a win that I got yesterday, I got 13 points out of 18 or out of 8 yesterday. And so I actually reached out to somebody this past Friday on LinkedIn. They said that on their profile, it says open to work, right? And you click on the open to work option on their profile and actually gives their resume. So I had went to high school with this person and in La Mirada, and he actually lives in Murrieta and Temecula area. He works in that area. He's a district manager for he manages 80 people and 10 different car washes across Southern California. So he makes like $110,000 a year, but he has 5 kids. So he's still paycheck to paycheck, even making 6 figures a year. So I got him on the call yesterday, the opportunity presentation, and you know, I told him let's get on a call right after. That way I can answer any questions you may have. And then so he was on the call. I saw that he was on the call, and then I reached out to him about 5 minutes after the call. And he said he wasn't able to hear the whole thing because he was driving on his way home. And so he did have a lot of questions. We spoke for like 38 minutes. I was looking at the call log. So we spoke for 38 minutes. We talked about him, his family, some of his goals. So we were using that time to build up rapport as well as answer questions. And he wants to come on as a builder, and he's gonna show everything to his wife. And you know, he wants to come on as a builder. He already has potential leads, and then he may also be presenting commercial deals to the car wash facilities that he manages, because each one of those car washes, they're running, you know, 12 to 16 hours a day. And you know, they have the little vacuums, little carport areas, so they might benefit from adding solar on top of their carports as well. So that's really exciting. And you know, it also showed me that I can recruit up, right? I can actually go after people that have more experience than me, or people that have, you know, higher paying jobs than me. So that was a, you know, really big win for me, is to see that. Up until now, I was recruiting a bunch of the same people that I've been trying to recruit at different companies for the past almost decade, right? And some of these people don't necessarily have you know, they don't walk the walk. They might talk, but they don't always follow through. So instead of trying to recruit the same old people, you know, I'm moving on, and I'm trying to find, you know, quote unquote new blood. So that was my win from yesterday. I also had yeah, thank you. I also had one of my friends, he wants to come on as a consultant or a builder. He wants to start door knocking. And you know, so I hope to close both of those consultants or builders within the next few days. So, thank you.
There you go. There you go. Right? Working works, right? Getting people on. Right? Let's help you wrap those up. If you need to get in a 3-way call with somebody and get some people in, but I'm glad you said that as well. You're recruiting up, right? Don't sell yourself short. Recruit. Sometimes I noticed that I was recruiting down, and don't get me wrong, I'm cool. I'm willing to help everybody, but sometimes some people just don't have that mentality. They're looking for a job, and we're not just offering jobs here. So thank you for sharing that. Let me see. And let's try to keep these a little bit. Thank you, appreciate you for sharing. Just let's keep it. Let's try to keep it a little bit so we can keep it running and go through the and get through the motions. Let me see. Let me stop sharing actually so I can come back over here. Thank you, Chris. Kyrie, you can share with us, my brother. We could keep it like anywhere between a minute or 2 minutes. If you guys can share some wins, and then
I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it short. Tell me, can you hear me clear? Because I'm in my Starbucks office.
Gotcha.
All right, real quick. That post is still working. Got a new builder from yesterday. Helped one of my team recruit a new consultant today. I have 3 new builders coming on board between today and tomorrow. I got an appointment set from the post. So Mr. Idris Salaka should be closing that out. And another builder should be coming from that because the wife is looking to come on as a builder. So yeah, the wins are happening, man. The momentum. That's it. Long story short, I'm playing back Mr. Pacheco's Millionaire Mentor. That's my Rocky music.
Man,
really it, man.
Love it. Kyrie, man. Let's make some noise for Kyrie. Take yourself off of mute. Hey, make some noise for Kyrie. He's killing it.
Kyrie.
Killing it. I took that too. I straight copied and pasted. I'm pasting it minimum once a week, just rolling it.
What's that post?
Right.
I'll be sure to share it. Put it in your stories. You already know. Put it in your stories too, bro.
Yes, it's been very effective because I've already had 3 people serious people hit me up on that. People BS and hit you up and say some random stuff, but I had a few people that actually one of them hopped on the opportunity call yesterday, and it wasn't on the first time I posted. It was off the second time I posted. He hopped on and said, hey, how do I do this? Hey, hop on a quick call, hop on a Tuesday opportunity call. Guys, we have a system here. You don't have to do all the talking. No offense to anybody, but we have people here that can talk, that can present the opportunity probably a little bit better than we can at this moment in time. I'm sure some of you guys here are excellent speakers, but I'm still learning how to present the opportunity properly. So I'm using the pros, right? I heard Mr. Sam Bean say, hey, I'm having JC work for me. I'm having Kevin Marino work for me. Right? I'm having Pete Abraham work for me. Have them work for you. Set them up on the call and they'll do the work. And then you just answer some questions. So thank you, Kyrie. Appreciate your wins. You keep us fired up and appreciate your post as well. Thank you. I got David Lindsay with the hand up.
What's up, Johnny?
What up? If we can share some wins with us, share some quick wins with us.
Yes, sir. Just real quick. So I've been with BYLD about a month now. I live a little north of Cleveland, Ohio. And my first Zoom call last night with Tony Denner, Brad G, and a first homeowner that's interested in solar. So that went great. Gonna follow up with him later today. Then 2 nights ago, we put a design together for another client that has a $1.5 million house in Vacaville, California. So we're meeting with him next week. So momentum is starting to kick in now.
Love it. Oh, you're with the champ, Tony Danner and Mr. Brad G, you said? So,
yes, sir.
You're with some true champs right there. You're in great hands. You're in great hands. I love to hear that. Like you said, and you had to throw that out there, right? $1.5 million house, baby. We're working on that. We're in there. I love it.
Yes,
love
sir. 57 panels, 4 batteries.
Ooh. Man, you got that funk face. Ooh. That's the face I make when I'm listening to James Brown, when I hear some funky drumming or some fucking. Ooh, that's what it's called, the funk. You're bringing that funky deal.
Appreciate it, Johnny.
Thank you for sharing, David. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Up next, we have Roberto.
Hey guys, so just a personal win. You know, sometimes I do shout out those personal ones. I'm not wearing this link today, so I got to start moving my hand.
Woo, let's go.
Second, I got a builder signed up this morning, and you know, this kind of goes along with what Chris just mentioned. Yeah, thank you. And I got another lead in the morning too. So right, we gotta be humble at the same time. We gotta understand that, Chris, you made a comment, right, saying people that are better than you. Don't think that way, bro. We're all the same, right? We're all the same. The only thing is we're basically just bringing people with different mentality, right? And one of the things that I'm doing is when I go to these networking events, is I'm trying to meet with high quality people. What does that mean? People that have a certain mindset that I know they're going to be successful in this industry, right? Or that I know that are looking to be better. That's basically what I'm looking for. So I got my first builder. I mean, not my first builder. I got another builder today. I got another lead. And then I'm going to start going out again this weekend. I have a networking event over I think Sunday, because Saturday we got that crash course. So Sunday I have a networking event. And yeah, bro, I got to start getting active again. Thank you, guys.
Love it, Roberto, Mr. Activity, right? If it's not one thing, it's another, and even no excuses. Straight out of surgery, we're still getting leads straight out of surgery, using the power of social media. He was telling me yesterday, and he also, like, I love what you said to Chris, right? They're not better than us. They bleed like us. You know, they speak like us, walk like us, talk like us, right? Some people try to act like they're better than us, but hey, if I punch you in the nose, you're gonna bleed just like me. Right. But you know, I love that you said that, and thanks Roberto as well, because he always tells me, Johnny, I wish I can offer more value to you, because we talk about solar and I have a little more experience than him, but I was like, you bring a lot of value to me, Roberto, because he's really on point with the networking. And yesterday, right when he was saying, I wish I could bring you more, and next thing you know, he went on a roll talking to me like, hey man, give me a bunch of good ideas that I was taking notes while I was talking to him. I'm like, yeah, he's right. I can do better here and here and here. So everyone here brings value. Everyone here has, you know, strong things that their strengths. So thank you for sharing that, Roberto. Up next, right here on the list, I have Mr. If you're available, Mr. David Rendon. I know you got some wins. I know you guys stay stacking wins. I think he's gone for the moment. We'll skip. Oh, he's right there. There he is.
What's up, guys? All right. I got an appointment tonight. Sure, it's the one that it got postponed from yesterday. So it's rescheduled for tonight. It's looking good. It's one of my consultant or my builder's parents. So pretty high bill, $600. Pretty excited about that. And then I had another appointment, well, like a penciled in appointment, but this dude got another one of my builders. He has a client that's in Los Angeles. Stay down. That's in Los Angeles, and he has like unpermitted roof and people living in that part of the house. So something me and him are just trying to go through and see if we could work around it and whatnot. But yeah, aside from that, couple appointments later on in the week, hopefully at least one or two, with some master dealers to hopefully bring on board solar into their existing programs that they run with Southwood Apartments. But yeah.
Hey, David, you know about that non-permitted structure, bro? If you need some guidance on it, we can chat more offline. But if you want to try to push it through, as long as you build on a structure that is permitted, there's ways around it. But let me know. Give me a call, shoot me a text, and we can connect on it.
Perfect. Love it. David always active, Mr. Activity as well. We got about 12 more minutes, guys. So I want to go through a few more people. Luis, I see Luis. You got some stuff going on. I saw you on IG.
Yes. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, so for myself, I have a personal he's a personal, it's gonna be a personal sale. He's out in the city of Visalia. It's like a $600-700 bill. So we're cooking up this proposal. Yesterday we had a conversation. I gave him 3 different options this morning. And actually last night he texted me, let's do it. And I didn't even see it. But he's my friend, so I talked to him this morning. I know he's at work, and I let him know that I'll have everything ready to move forward. So maybe after work today, he's going to be available. For some reason, he had a question. He wasn't sure we needed to run credit, but I told him it's a soft credit check. But yeah, we're looking to wrap that one up later today. I got a couple consultants that is going to be joining the team. One of my other friends, His name's Martin. He wants to get started. He's gonna send me the bill for his parents' house. So they need roof, solar, maybe MPU too. But that's gonna be a new builder, a new recruit, and then my couple big players that I have in that I went to go visit last week I presented the opportunity for build for ADT to an office of 6 realtors last week. The main guy, he's ready to get started. He's gonna get started, and then the other guys, they're gonna be door knocking, offering solar and ADT. So I'm excited about that office going on. And then my friend Tapatio, he's in the verge of getting started. He has 2 leads for me. So we just got to continue to follow up and get after these leads and after these sales.
Love
Appreciate
it. Love it. All across the board, right? From recruiting to selling. Killing it.
Nice. Yeah, and one recruit, you know, like they always say, one recruit, that doesn't mean one person, right? One recruit comes with 2 leads, right? Every recruit that I'm getting right now, they come with a minimum of 2 leads, and they're excited, you know. So we can't wait to get these people paid, and that's what gets people more motivated, right? Get that M1 going. So for the Lake Havasu house, he's the realtor that got started. We already are going through permits. I already passed a site survey, so that person, he's about to get paid, right? So I called him this morning, let him know, hey, we're in the process of getting your permit submitted with the city, and site survey was a success, and you should be getting paid shortly, you know. So he's excited about getting paid, passing site survey, going into permits, and that's a house in Lake Havasu, 56 panels, Lake Havasu home. Yeah.
Fire. Let's get it. Let's get it, man. Let's get some shout out to Luis all across the board, just making it happen. Up next, I see Shannon. I see you.
Hi.
How you
Hi.
doing?
I'm good. This is only my second Zoom with you guys. I came on board a few weeks ago. So this call that's at 2:00 Central Time, it's Tuesday through Friday, right? And anybody can come on board. So, okay.
Yeah.
As far as my wins go, I actually really don't have a lot. I am going door knocking on Friday. I've door knocked in Florida before. I'm going to go door knocking here in Illinois on Friday. And I did have a follow-up appointment. I need to step it up a notch, and I know I do. And that's why I'm on these calls right now. So that's all I got right now. I was a loan officer for 20 years, so I'm good on the phone. I'm a little nervous about door knocking in Illinois. When I was down in Florida, I was door knocking with somebody else. So, but we're just going to do it. So. That's
You
that.
got it. You got it. I'm glad that you identified that you're ready to go, ready to take action. And if you're good on the phones, and also, you can take advantage of the phones. I see Roberto unmuted, so I'm gonna hear what he's got to say.
And I was gonna say, right, if you're a loan officer, the person that joined my team this morning is also a loan officer, and he's leveraging his book of business to generate other recruits and generate leads. So we were talking about it yesterday. He already has a game plan. So if I'm sure you already have a book of business, so just go down the list and then just start so that you already know.
I do. The previous company I was with didn't do Illinois. Most of my clients were in Illinois. And I am a licensed loan officer. I was a hard money lender working with real estate investors. So my network is more of working with real estate investors and networking with the realtors from a networking or this real estate investing group because I'm a hard money lender. But I love going to networking events. I'm going to start doing that again. I have an event tomorrow night I'm going to start going to. I can have a conversation with a stranger. So I just need to believe in myself a little bit more and start having massive action with it and stop talking about it is just where I'm at. But I did have a follow-up for a client from a few months ago. We had a follow-up call, I think on Thursday or Friday. So we're waiting to hear back from him hopefully today or tomorrow. So
hit up all your realtor friends or your real estate friends.
So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I noticed your tone of voice changed from when you first talking about door knocking to when you talked about loan officers and your experience. Your tone, you just sounded way super confident. It seems like your voice even got up to speed. Look at Roberto, right?
Yeah. So I'm a little nervous because everyone's like, oh, door knocking. Not people in our industry, people that you're not supposed to tell your dreams to anyone. When you tell someone, hey, I'm going to start door knocking and I'm going to sell solar and this and that to like your friends or family, they're like, okay, well, first of all, it sucks. And you just get all this negativity, but it only takes I would make 100 calls as a loan officer, cold calling. It takes that one nice client that you're able to help. And that's where the reward comes in when you're able to help that homeowner that's actually looking for help. So that's what keeps me driven to do it. So I'll get the door slammed in my face, I'm sure, but I'll be all right. So.
Hey, Shannon. Yeah, and let me just hop in here real quick, Johnny. So I know that a couple of things are changing in Illinois, in the Illinois market right now with net metering. A lot of
Yes.
laws are changing, and so there's a
Yeah.
really important deadline. And Michael O'Donnell, one of the best door knockers in the industry, basically says there's nothing better than a good deadline, right? That's like when net metering 2 went to net metering 3 here in
Right.
California. It's the same exact thing. And excuse me, I actually have a partner of mine who ran teams in Illinois, like canvassing teams, and did door to door out there for about 3 years. And he has a very extensive background in solar in Illinois. His name's Jamie. He's been on this before on this call. He does the virtual side of like door knocking now these days, but he's like he is a pro. When I hear anything about Illinois, I'm like, send him to my man Jamie, and he'll close them up. So if you need deals to get closed, you have to have a state license for Illinois in order to do business in the state of Illinois. So if you need help
Right.
with that, let me know, and I'll connect you guys.
Okay, I appreciate that. And yes, I follow Michael O'Donnell on YouTube. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good.
So,
Well, if you need
yeah.
any more tips to like how to leverage the market in Illinois, you can shoot me a DM and I can connect you with Jamie. But back to you guys.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Good stuff, guys. Thank you. You see, this is why we come to these calls. You get to share that. Now you get to meet other people that you might not meet the man that will link you up with the man, right? And at the end of the day, like you said, you might share your goals. That's why sometimes they say it's not good to share certain things. You might have the uncle, the brother, the cousin, the aunt, whatever that says something negative, but we have 16 people on this call that I guarantee we will all back you up. And we all got positive things to say to back you up. For every one of your family members or friends, they got something negative to say. So we got your back. Let's go through. I'm gonna go probably just through more, and then we can get rolling. I see Mark in the Golden Gate Bridge. You can share some quick wins with us.
Oh yeah, I'm up here in the Bay Area. You know how we do it up north. Yeah, man. So far, I went for this week. Well, I just got off a three-way call with the man himself, Johnny Montez, and a friend of mine that I met when I was on the doors probably about a year ago. So she's, interested in, joining the company. She sees the vision, and she should be signed up as a consultant by the end of today. And, soon after, she'll upgrade to the builder. So that's the ones that I have so far this week going.
There we go. Yeah, we hopped off the call. Leverage. I'm not all the way at the top, but I can speak decent myself. So Marcus, I got somebody that was hot, ready for action. He had watched a few videos, boom, brought him on a three-way call with myself, explained a few things, answered a few questions, got her fired up, and we also gave her an agenda. We didn't just get off the call, okay, have a good day. It's like, no, Mark put us on a three-way text, and I'm going to send her what to do next. He's excited. So it's like, okay, look, next step for you is to enroll, do the fast start, and once you're done with the fast start videos, we're gonna hop on a Zoom and go through your game plan interview. She's like, okay, let's do it. So I already asked her what to do. We already set a roadmap for her. We're doing these next three things. And once you give people more than 3 steps as well, it starts to get, little people start to forget. Easy steps: enroll, quick fast start videos, game plan, and then we'll take it from there. And after that, I'm gonna give her 3 more steps, 3 more things to do. But I want her, when she does her game plan interview, to have her names list already, have categorized and stuff like that. So should be good. I'm gonna share a few wins with you guys. I got a builder upgraded. I have a potential consultant. Thanks to Kyrie, I used this post again, and I had somebody hit me up, and I invited him to the opportunity call. Called me after, says he wants to start off as a consultant. As a matter of fact, I spoke to that guy on Friday. Hop on the opportunity call. He told me he's never done sales. Right? Never done sales. I don't know if I can do this. This was his tone on Friday. I don't know if I can do this. We chopped it up. I sent him a video. We talked after the opportunity call on Tuesday. He said, hey, bro, I got 2 leads. I got an ADT lead, and I got somebody at work that's interested in solar. I just got to go over some stuff with my wife, but I'm ready to do this. Because I told his ass, people are going solar with or without you, bro. Might as well be with you. You'd be surprised how many family members of yours are going solar. It happened. He called his cousin. Hey, cousin, look, I'm doing this solar thing. He's not even signed up yet. Hey, cousin, I'm doing the solar thing. Oh, Man, you called me too late. I'm getting my solar installed today as we speak. His cousin was getting the solar installed that day that he called. Tell him exactly. There you go. People are doing it with or without you. Might as well been. She would have been better off doing it with you. But then he talked about ADT, and she said, "Hey, I'm actually interested in that." And Luis said, "It happens. It's true. It happens. It happens." So, but he's like, "Hey, she's on board with ADT." I'm like, "Well, sign your ass up so you can assign the lead. Just give me the solar lead, and then you can upload the ADT lead to our ADT specialist." So, look, guys, people are doing this with or without you. Might as well be with you. Might as well be you the one helping them out. So, all right, guys, I want to get into. Actually, you know what? Delvon, you live? Mr. Hardaw. This is your first time on my call. I think you might have been another call. I think it's your first time on my call. Wanted you to say hi to people, but if you're not available, no biggie. Well, let's go, guys. You guys know what we talk about here. We always talk about the basics. Excuse me, sorry, my cat's flipping out. Give me a sec. What?
Hey guys, well Johnny's hopping on.
I'm good.
Yeah, I had one more win to share with. I gotta.
Oh, my bad. Talk to us, David. Sorry, I skipped because your camera was off. I was going through the.
No, it's all good. I had one more win yesterday with Chris McHenry. I closed the deal. It was a little add-on system, 8 panels with a full battery backup. The homeowners liked it because it was an ownership versus a lease, and I was just pitching against a lease because it goes up at a 2.9. For him, it was 3.9%. They're also giving him a 5P, but he had like 21 panels on his roof already, so he's gonna have like 30 panels and have like a 5P battery. And I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need more than that, you know. So I basically like kind of differentiated myself with that expertise. And so yeah, they went with me at $138. It was a little bit more expensive, but the bill stays fixed versus the $114 that Sunrun was going to be giving them. So yeah, it was a pretty smooth deal. Set up by Chris McHenry. So
I had a quick question, David.
Yeah.
So I'm dealing with one right now as far as add-on. They want blackout protection, but they already have a system. They have a system with batteries, but I guess not non-backup with non-backup. Last week he calls me at 10:30 p.m. because he had a blackout for over 30 hours in the city of Whittier.
Yeah.
So whoever wants to door knock Whittier, use that story, right? People are experiencing blackouts, 30 hours. But the main question here, do they have to be installed by Freedom Forever for us to add on another system? And number 2, let's just say we add 8 panels and 1 Tesla battery, and their old system has 20 panels. Is that 20 panels going to feed our battery, our Tesla battery, or is this independently solely just for the 8 panels?
That's a good question. So yeah, the first question, the answer to your question is yes, Freedom can install. Don't worry about it. Like, you're fine. The second answer to your question is it depends. I need more information on the size of the system, how much power it's generating, the size of the current battery, the type of battery they have. They probably have a 5P also, to be honest. If they did it during NEM 3, the transition, they probably have a 5P. Do you know the size of the battery that they have right now?
No, I did ask him all these questions, and the guy doesn't know what he has. He just gave me his address, and I'm trying to get the contract right now just to review it.
Yeah, bro. You just need to get a little bit more info, but I would say generally you should be fine with the Powerwall 3. But let's talk more offline, bro. Let Johnny get back to work, and you and I can we'll look at the math together and we'll figure it out.
Sounds great. Appreciate you guys.
I think that would you ask if the other panels will feed into the new battery?
Yes, so this is pretty much what I'm working on right now, and he already has solar here, right? He already has a battery, he already has solar, but he don't have blackout protection. So that's the main thing with this guy. He has the system here, there's room here to put more panels. But I should be able to put panels here, but now this system is not going to feed our battery.
No.
At all. It's independently my 8 panels and my only battery. Okay. Now
that's what I've been told as well. They won't tie it in. Freedom will install. They'll do add-ons, Certain financiers won't though. Certain financiers won't. Like I heard Sunrun doesn't allow add-ons, but Freedom will do the add-on. They just won't
Infin
tie
doesn't.
it. Huh? Infin does, but what I'm saying is that not. But Infin will do add-ons, but Freedom won't tie in the systems together.
Yeah, so just the 8 panels are gonna feed our only battery.
Yeah.
One battery. Because they don't even have a true bill. So I was trying to help them out there too, but they don't even have a true bill. The issue is that they don't have blackout protection. And
What kind of battery is it? Is it Enphase?
he doesn't even know. I asked him and he doesn't even know. So I told him to take some pictures of the battery, send it to me. There's somebody here. Okay, coffee's on the waiting list if somebody can let her in. Yeah, this was a call that he called me because there was a blackout protection. I didn't help him with the system, but he called me, right? Because he knows that I'm in solar, that I'm gonna be right there to help him out too, you know. So I don't know if he called his rep. I don't know who I think he was with California Solar guys, but he wants to get a system with me with blackout protection. So right now that's what I'm working on. That's my new another small little win there, but definitely this guy.
It sounds like you should have went with you to begin with. No, I was kidding. So,
no, exactly.
if it's an Enphase, there's something called the system load controller that he can get that will provide full battery backup if it's an Enphase battery, but he also needs a big enough size battery. So let's talk more offline and let Johnny get back to work here.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, cool.
These are good conversations though for people that are right in the mix. These are good things to discuss. That's how we come to these things and share this information, right? There's pros and cons to everything. Technologically, if you were to ask me, I love the Enphase technology. I love the microinverters. I love the load controller. I love how they have microinverter technology inside of their battery. Some of this might be going over people's heads, but they have the microinverter technology inside of the battery. So if let's say I think it's 5 or 4 per 5 feet battery, and let's say 2 of them go out, you're still going to have partial operability of your battery, whereas other batteries don't have that. It's either working or not. But sometimes they are a lot pricier, right? And they have to add it's additional cost to get more storage. So sometimes you're better off getting 1 Tesla instead of and you're going to have way more storage. So if somebody needs, and also aesthetics, let's say somebody needs 20 kilowatts of storage, I can give them 2 Tesla batteries or two Solar Edge batteries, where that's going to do the math. That's 4 5P batteries. People don't want 4 5P batteries on the side of their house. Imagine if they need 40 kilowatts of storage. That's 4 Solar Edge. That's how many 5Ps is that going to take? Right? So there's pros and cons to everything. Mentor Factory, ring ding ding, ring a ding ding. Mentor Factory. If you don't got your ticket, get your ticket. Pull up. You do not want to miss it. The other thing as well, the other announcement, I didn't get to change it, is this Saturday we have the comp plant training in the city of Irwindale. It's free. Mentor Factory, there is a fee. It's a 2-day training of just straight badass training. Pull up, show up. You're ready to learn. Bring your notepads all day. The one coming up this Saturday in the city of Irwindale, there is no fee, but $1 million worth of game. So you tell me, right? So if you're not signed up yet, please sign up, show up, and get ready to learn. We're not doing that. We're going to go through the basic 6 steps again, guys. Breaking preoccupation, stating the problem, solution, takeaway, close, and button up, right? You guys know I got good old Reliable back here. Old Reliable. This is probably one of my favorite trainings, and we go over it pretty often. I'm going to continue to go over it. It's the flow of your door approach and phone calls. This works for both, right? There's a reason why we're saying something, and there's a reason why we say it at a certain place and a certain time, right? Understanding your approach is super important. I don't care if it's on social media, if you're cold calling, if you're out there door knocking. You have to understand why you're saying certain things and when you're saying certain things. When it comes to recruiting, same thing. You can't just be like, hey, you want to sign up? It doesn't work like that. Any of you ask me if that's ever worked. It doesn't work like that. If you're getting a solar lead, same thing. Hey, Mr. Homeowner, cool. You hit me up on social media. You want solar? No, it doesn't work like that. There's a process to attain a lead, to attain a recruit, to whatever the case may be. You have to understand why you're saying certain things in the order that you're saying certain things. When people used to hit me up on social media, when they would see my post in solar and they would ask me, hey, how does this work? I would take away, I would put on my David Ramos hat right away, take it away from them. Hey, man, I don't even know if this even makes sense for you. What's your address? Let me see if you even have enough sun hours. I'm going to run the shade report. And I would go to Project Sunroof. So if someone would tell me on social media, they're like, hey, Johnny, so what do you think? Or you think I could do this? Or I don't know, bro. I don't even know if your house gets enough sun. Let's actually, let's run a quick shade report. Right now I would go to Project Sunroof and then tell them, hey, send me your address. Let's see what your sun hours look like. And they would send me their address and I would put, you know. They would send me their address and then I would go, boom. What I would do, I would screenshot. I would screenshot this. I'll show you what I would do. I'd do this, I'll screenshot, cut off the top. I'll cut off the Google Project Sunroof, and I'll just leave it like this. Whoa, bro, check this out. And I would highlight that. I'll pull out my tool and I would highlight this. And I still do. If someone hits me up on social media, that's what I'll do. I'll go like that. And I would send them that as a screenshot. Whoa, bro, check this out. You get a lot of sun hours. You get almost 2,000 sun hours that's a lot. Hey, sorry guys. I'd be like, bro, check this out. You get a grip of sun hours. Yeah, it seems like you do have now boom, 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 and then continue my conversation, right? But I would take it away right from the beginning. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe you have that big old Rafiki tree. Right, Rafiki from the Lion King tree in front of your house. This is not going to work out. So, different things, right? Understanding your approach. Now, with the show of hands, or with show of ones, or with the show of something in the chat, I need to see who has dropped the link. All right, let me get that link for you. It's just Google Project Sunroof.
Yeah, I Googled it yesterday. I couldn't figure it out for some reason.
Okay. No biggie.
Yeah, if you could drop it, that'd be great.
Drop it like it's hot, baby. Guys, Kyrie also posted his the post that he's been using. He posted up there as well. If you don't have it, please go up there and copy and paste that and use it for your social media. He's been very gracious in sharing the game with us. It's super simple, but it's magnetizing. If that's even a word. But like we were saying, right? Understanding the stages of the pitch, breaking preoccupation, stating the problem, right? Providing the solution. We don't just give them a solution because then they could go solve that problem somewhere else. We're going to provide the solution. Pull back, capital letters, set the appointment. I personally like to set the appointment first. But that's why in our thing, it's takeaway or the pullback. 5 is the close. 6 is the button up, right? Because people close and button up different ways. David has a way of doing it that's very effective. I have a different way of doing it, and it works for me. Set the appointment. I like to set it first, and then I snatch up the bill at the very end. Okay. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. The only right or wrong way is when you go all out of order. Now, sometimes you might get lucky. Sometimes the homeowner might just be like, sorry, look at this cat spazzing out on me. Sometimes the homeowner might just be like, hey, here's my bill. Take a peek at it. You will get some of those, and those are rare. But you have to understand your stages. You have to understand the stages, breaking preoccupation, stating the problem. Now, I'm going to need somebody on mute and tell me, what is breaking preoccupation before I call on you?
Hey, what's up, Johnny? This is something I need to practice, but breaking preoccupation is basically getting their mind off of what they were doing when you engage with the potential customer. So if they're unloading groceries from their car, or if they're cooking inside of the house, It's just how do you engage with them to get them out of that mindset and focused on the few minutes of conversation that you might want to engage with them. So that's how you could do that in a number of ways, but
Gotcha. There you go. Different ways of doing it. I have a way of doing it in California. I say, hey, what's going on, man? I'm Johnny with just following up with the net metering program. Were you guys the homeowners when they came by and they swapped out your old electricity meter and replaced it with that new digital one? Now just wait. Wait for them to respond. Wait, the what? The electricity meter. And I usually have it on my iPad already pulled up. No, it's already here. I'll have it on my iPad, pulled up, ready to show them. Yeah. Were you guys the homeowners when they came by and they swapped out your old meter? Remember we used to have the old analog one, replace it with this digital one? Were you guys the homeowners when they came and did that? And I asked in a confused tone, were you the homeowner when they came and did that? That way they can be like, oh, yes, no, but not only am I breaking preoccupation, I'm also qualifying. Were you the homeowner when they came by? And I emphasize, I make sure I emphasize, I don't want to waste a good pitch on the renters. Were you the homeowner when they came by and they did that? When they swapped out your meter? When they did the what? When they swapped out your meters, were you already the homeowner? I'll say it again 2 or 3 times. I need to know, are you the homeowner? Were you the homeowner? Oh, I'm just renting this house. Perfect. No worries. I go straight into recruit mode or into affiliate and refer mode, right? I'm no longer in, let me go through my stage of the pitch. Cut all that out. I'm not going to waste a good pitch. Recruit. Whether referrals or whatever, right? People break preoccupation in different ways. David Ramos, I know he's here. He breaks preoccupation a little bit different than I do. David, you got a few seconds to share how you're breaking preoccupation part? Ramos? Oh, I think he bounced. Cool. Anybody here have anything that they share, anything in particular that they do when they're breaking preoccupation on the doors or on the phone calls that they want to share?
Yeah, I'll go. So typically, I mean, I I try to engage in a small conversation, right? Because especially if you go door knocking, they just want to brush you off, right? So I'll say something like, "Hey, by the way, I gotta say this before I forget, because it's gonna kill me if I don't get it. If I don't say it. You got a really nice landscape, or you got a really nice car, right? I'll make a little small conversation, and then I'll try to go into like, hey, just the reason why I'm here is because you probably noticed, I jump right into the problem. But typically, I try to make like a small chit chat.
Okay, there you go. Small chit chat, small breaking preoccupation, right? I tell people it's probably one of the, if you know how to break preoccupation, you're going to go a long way. Because it's one of the most important things. You can have the most fire pitch in the world. But if you don't if people don't want to give you the time of day, no one's going to hear you. Right? Breaking preoccupation is super crucial. I always tell people it's like, when you play a racing arcade game, right? It gives you time. You have 30 seconds to get to your first checkpoint, right? Well, with breaking preoccupation, you got less than that. You got 10. And if you're a guy, you got about 5. The ladies got about 10 to 15 seconds, right? And guys, you have about 5 seconds to let people know who you are and where you're coming from and what are you doing there. That's what you got to establish when you're breaking preoccupation. That's your first checkpoint. Who are you? What are you doing there? Where are you from? Right? And at one time, I think I told you guys, after my son's birthday, I forgot I was running around so crazy. I forgot I had ordered a jumper. And someone knocked at my door, and that was the first thing came to my head. I was all busy running around. And in my head, I'm like, who the hell is this? What do they want? And that's the first thing. He opened the door. It was a Hispanic guy, right? Hey, my name is Leo. I'm from the jumper place. I'm here to put your jumper in the back. 5 seconds. I know who he was, where he was from, and what he was doing in my house. Oh, okay. Boom. Let's do it. You got the same thing to do. And it's funny because after it clicked on my head, I was like, man, this guy just broke preoccupation very well. He answered my questions in less than 5 seconds, right? What's going on? My name is Johnny. I'm just following up with this net metering program. Were you guys the homeowners when you came and swapped out your old electricity meters and replaced it with that new digital one? Right. Boom. Let's roll. Tonality is also very important. If any of you guys follow some of the top door knockers, some of the top salespeople, Jeremy Miner always talks. He's big on tonality. You could ask him that confused tone. Were you guys the homeowners when they came by and they swapped out your old meter and replaced it with that new digital one? Right? That tonality, that whole even facial expression, that confused tone, that confused look gets people to like kind of like, what's up with this guy? And I used to think it was goofy. And my people that I used to work with before, they used to say it all the time and they were using it. And I'm like, let me give this a shot. And I started trying it and it does work. You just got to make sure that you ask in a confused tone and practice it, because if not, you sound like a snob. Right? What's next, guys? Once you break preoccupation, what comes after that?
You state the problem.
State the problem. Now, this is where a lot of people run into problems. This is where I want homeowners to get emotional. Man, I wish Will was here. This is a part of my solar presentation. Again, I use this at the doors or cold calling, but this also comes into effect when I'm presenting to the homeowner. Actually, matter of fact, Roberto, I don't know. I think the gentleman and the wife that we presented to, when we were showing them their bill, like, look at your delivery charges, look at this, look at that. Yeah, what? Oh my God. Yeah, they're just trying to jack us. This is the part where homeowners start to get emotional. And if you get them into, you don't want them to cry, right? But you get them into that emotional state. Our job is to remind them that problem. People got mortgages, they got car notes, they got insurance, they got home insurance, they got kids. Realistically, let's see, right here. Realistically, solar or electricity is usually their 5th, 6th, 7th problem that they got to deal with. It's our job to remind them that, hey, is this still a problem that you have, though? And it's a pretty big problem, and it's only getting worse, right? Our job is to put our magnifying glass on that problem, and you want them to start feeling a little bit emotional and get mad. Wait, what? Right? This is where I think my problem is a little bit different. Hey, were you guys the homeowners when they came by swapped out your meter? Yes, no, maybe so. Did they ever tell you why they swapped it out? Some people say, yeah, regardless of what they say. No worries, that's why I'm here. The whole good old, that's why I'm here. The reason they swapped it out is because they're changing the way they bring power into our neighborhoods. Most of our power is coming from out of state, so I'm pretty sure you've noticed your bill's been going up, right? Right. Simple. That's the problem I use. Right? We have the legal notice, we have the fires, we have a bunch of different things going on. I still use that. And this is why. Because when I'm doing that, I'm showing them this. I'm showing them this right here. Most of our power is coming from out of state, so I'm pretty sure you notice our bill going up, right? As I'm pointing up and I'm nodding my head. Most of our power is coming from out of state. I'm sure you notice your bill going up, right? If you notice that, and I'm nodding my head, 9 times out of 10, that person is nodding their head with me. Even if they're saying no, they're like, no. And they're nodding their head, yes. People will mirror you. Do that. It works. Yeah, man. It's not that you're using more power. It's just that they're charging you more for the same amount of power. I spoke to a few people whose usage pattern hasn't even changed. Most people's usage pattern hasn't changed. As a matter of fact, some people's usage pattern drops as people move out the house, but the rate's always going up. Let me show you here. Check this out. This is somebody that I spoke to down the street. If we look up here, their bill was $285. But check this out. 128 of that was just distribution and transmission. When's the last time that you actually saw that on your bill? Open-ended question. Take note of that. Whoever's going to go out there, door knock or talk, whatever, write that down. Very key. Open-ended questions. I'm not asking, hey, did you know that on your bill? Yes, no. Simple, right? No. I want them to talk. When's the last time that you saw that? Look, at most of your powers come from out of state. Look at distribution transmission, right? When's the last time that you noticed that? When's the last time you actually saw that on your bill? They can't answer that with a yes or no. I don't want them to give me a yes or no question, because then it's kind of done there and I got to keep asking questions. Open-ended questions. I have a spot where I ask yes or no questions, but that's later down the line. Same thing in my presentation when I'm presenting to a homeowner. Same thing. I'm asking them, hey, when's the last time you saw this, Mr. Homeowner? I haven't. I haven't. I've actually never paid attention to it. Really? Why not? Oh, it's because I'm busy and I usually just look at the top part and I get them to talk. The teeter-totter. I want them to talk. The more they talk, the more you can say momentum's a little bit more towards on my side. I get more ammo, right? So emotion and logic are also on a teeter-totter. The more emotional they start to think, the logic starts to go out the window. The more logical they think, the emotion goes out the window. So right now you want that teeter-totter up a little bit more on the emotional side, right? Open-ended questions. State the problem, right? Boom. This is where a lot of people a lot of new door knockers start to get hey, this is about solar smoke screen. It's a smoke screen. It's not an objection. The reason they start to get that because people overcomplicate the problem. Hey man, most of our power is coming from out of state. And I'm sure you know they're decommissioning the power plant. And I don't know if you saw all these wildfires going up and all these explosions and it's causing all these problems. And on top of that, Edison's, their rates are going up. Is this about solar? He's like, you just over-explain the problem. You just tell them 3, 4. Now they know they're like, this guy wants something. Now you lost control of that. Can you get it back? Of course. You have to be really skilled. So your job is to keep it as simple as possible. Don't overcomplicate the problem. This is if you start to run into a lot of, is this about solar? I know that if you tell me that, I'm going to tell you. If you tell me, hey, Johnny, I've been knocking doors. It's been a little bit rough. Okay, where are you getting stuck at? They keep asking if this is about solar. Okay, what's the problem? I can tell you right off the bat. What's the problem that you're presenting at the door? I'll have you do your pitch. Now I'll tell you, you're over-explaining the problem, right? Pick one, maybe two. In some cases, you can layer two. You can stack two. It's just you got to do it pretty good. And then remember, boom, hit that checkpoint. Providing the solution, right? This is where you remind them, hey, this is what we're doing. This is where I like to bring up solar. I've had appointments before that have been set for me that I show up and the homeowner doesn't even know that I'm there for solar. It's happened to me. So have I closed some of those? Yes. But then I gotta climb a hill. I like to bring up solar. Give me. Yeah, man, most of our power is coming from out of state. I'm pretty sure you notice your bill's going up, right? Right. Yeah. It's not that you're using more power. It's they're charging you more for the same power you're using. Watch, check this out. Your bill was this much, 128. When's the last time we saw this? You didn't? You haven't? Yeah. Yeah, man. A lot of people haven't. That's why I'm here. What we're trying to do, solution. What we're trying to do is generate power here locally, right? The way it works in California, I'm sure you've seen all the solar popping up in the neighborhood, right? I bring up solar. What we're trying to do is generate power here locally. I'm sure you noticed all the solar popping up in the neighborhood, right? Right. See that? Your neighbors? Yeah. Look, man, these people aren't hitting the lottery. The way it works in California is as long as you're the homeowner, you get enough sun hours and your house qualifies, there's already fully funded programs. You get to generate your own power on site, and that's how you get to eliminate these delivery charges right here. Simple. Very, very simple. Simplify it. I got to make it super non-salesy, super nonchalant. But the only way you'll sound non-salesy is if you simplify the problem. If you overcomplicate the problem, you're already leaning towards the salesy side. Simplify the problem, simplify their solution. People want simple solutions, right? If someone says, hey, we'll be able to get you this, but you gotta buy the panels, you gotta do that. Any problem that's super steppy, it just overcomplicates the solution to people. We want a seamless transition to the solution. It has to be super nonchalant. Make it like it's no big deal. Don't overcomplicate. Simplify. This is where I want people to briefly think logically now. I'm going to take them from that emotional state to that logical. The way it works, bro, these people aren't hitting the lottery. The way it works in California, as long as you're the homeowner and you qualify, there's already fully funded programs. You could go over, you get to generate your own power right on site. You don't have to pay for panels, equipment, none of that. The downside is not everyone qualifies. That's why I'm here. Right? This is where I bring up solar. This is where I notice a lot of people start to struggle. And the reason is because this is where you begin to get the good objections. Amateurs don't like objections. Professionals do. Are you a pro or are you a Joe? Right? This is where you're going to start to get, if you're in control, this is homeowners. Oh, this is solar? Yeah. Well, sorry, we're not interested. Okay, well, when's the last time you took a peek at it? Right? This is where you're going to start to get those, and you have to start to fight and dig a little bit. But that's okay. That's where the skill comes in. Right? Oh man, you guys already saw. I was going to ask you, what's the next step? Who here knows what the next step is after you provide the solution?
The
Pullback.
Pullback. There you go. Pullback. Hey, not everyone qualifies. It's where you can tell a quick story, right? Hey man, look, I tried to help out one of your neighbors a few streets down. I can't promise you anything, right? The downside is that not everyone qualifies. I can't, I'm not here to promise you anything, tell you that you can get solar. It's guaranteed because we don't know. As a matter of fact, one of your neighbors has a $600 bill, and he really, really wanted to do this, but his house wasn't good enough for it. He didn't qualify, right? Reaffirm that you're here to help them and that you're there specifically. Look, man, I'm not even going door to door. The reason I came to your house is because you do get a lot of sun hours, right? Not everyone qualifies, but I'm here because you do get a lot of sun hours, and it looks like you have a decent looking roof, which is, meeting some of the requirements. But again, I can't promise you anything, right? Transitioning to the appointment. I know we're right at the top of the hour. Gotta be gone. Give me a few minutes. I do not ask for the bill here yet. Don't ask for the bill prematurely. A lot of times, people will like, I'm still building rapport in this part. I'm still building rapport and digging for more information. Oh. My God, so my cats were on one today. He's like, I wish I was Dr. Doolittling, so I could just tell him to be quiet. But asking for the bill too soon can put a dead stop on a great approach. It can kill your momentum. It can make it feel pushy, right? You do get a lot of sun hours. That's why I'm here. But like I said, I can't promise you anything. Look, before we even go anywhere, what's your low bill even looking like? Just the lowest bill you get throughout the year. I ask for the low bill, and then I ask for the high bill.
This is your kitchen stuff? Kitchen? Yeah?
Who's in the kitchen?
Oh shit, sorry guys.
This is where you dig for more information. Because remember, low bills and high bills, I've met homeowners that said, oh, my bill is so high, but they lived in the same home for 30 years. They remember when their bill was $20 and now it's $90. So for them, it's a high bill. And I've met people that have said their bill used to be $500 and in their new house is $220. It's still a high bill, but for them, it's a low bill compared to their last situation. Right? So low bills and high bills are different based on every homeowner and everybody's situation. So try to ask for specific numbers. What's your low bill looking like? 160? Wow. Your low bill is actually higher than most people's high bill. What's your high bill looking like? Now you have more information and you get to bring that information to your closer. Right? Dig on that pain. Wow. How long have you had that problem for? Right? How bad are you going to let this continue to happen? This is when you start to dig on it. And once you have all this ammo, then you go to set the appointment. Don't get the bill yet, set the appointment. Right? Get the time frame. Don't lose control. Don't lose the leverage that you've earned really hard, that you worked very hard for. Right? You still need to, and if you allow the homeowner to do, you got to set the appointment on your date and your time. Your date, your time, your calendar. If you do it on their time, they're going to feel really very, very comfortable canceling, ghosting you, or rescheduling on you. Because it's on their time. They can do whatever they want. It's not an ego thing. It's just that, tell me the last time you went to the doctor on your time. You call the doctor, hey, doctor, I want to come in today. They'll be like, yeah, well, bullshit. We have no appointments. I have tomorrow at 9:15, or I have Friday at 10:15. What time? You can pick one of those. Pick one. You got to have that same mentality. You got to be busy. You got to have them do it on your time. Make them adjust a little bit, right? You give them two options. Hey, look, mornings or evenings work better for you? Evenings, perfect. Does 4:15 or 6:10 work better for you? Perfect. Let me put you right on my calendar. Right? Let them know I need both of you, husband or decision makers. All decision makers there. Okay. I'm gonna breeze through this. Solidifying the appointment. Once you set the appointment, you're not done. You got to solidify it. Make them put you in their calendar. Get the rest of the basic information you need. What's a good phone number for you? And in case I get stuck in traffic. That's what I tell people. California, in case I get stuck in traffic. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. Tomorrow at this time, do me a favor, put me in your calendar. What's a good phone number in case I get stuck? Okay, what's a good email? All right. There's nothing. Let's think about this before I leave, Mr. Homeowner. There's nothing that's going to get in the way, right? Be you and your wife or you and your whatever. Yes, perfect. There's nothing like you have no recitals. You don't have anything going on, any meetings that will get in the way. No? Okay, perfect. The worst part of my job is when I have to drive an hour to someone's house and I pull up and they're not there, or I knock on the door and they turn off the lights. So that's not going to be you, right? You're not going to be, there's nothing that'll get in the way of us not seeing tomorrow. Perfect. Okay. Got it. Solidify it. Put it on there. Make them feel bad. If they got to cancel, make them feel a little bad. It is what it is. Right? You want them to commit to giving you that time slot, not to making a decision on sold. That's the closer's job. And the last part for me is getting the bill. Perfect. See you tomorrow, 4:15, you and your spouse. Actually, before I leave, you happen to know your annual kilowatt usage? You don't? No biggie. I can actually get that by taking a peek at your bill. You pay it online or in the mail? Paid online? Perfect. Pull up your phone. Let me get that real quick. Boom. Before I leave, any additional questions? No? All right. See you tomorrow. Boom, 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 boom. If anything changes, let me know in advance so I can have someone else fill your time slot. Perfect. Thank you. Have a great day. And that's pretty much the flow. I had to speed it up at the end. I didn't want to take up too much of you guys' time. It's already 1:06. Before we head out, does anybody have any questions? Any questions, concerns, anything specific here that some of you might want to stay after and work on? I saw Luis put something in the chat, which is really good. You think your bill would be cheaper if you eliminate delivery fees, Mr. Homeowner? Right? That's great. Again, before we leave, guys, anybody have any questions, concerns, anything you guys want to address?
I have a quick question. The training on Saturday, I have to work. Is it recorded anywhere to watch it, or is that just like a live training one-time thing? I know I go on his YouTube channel to see all the videos and the podcast and everything, but will that specific training be posted somewhere?
I'm not sure. I don't want to lie to you.
Okay, I was just curious. All right.
No biggie. Anybody else have any other questions that you guys want to go through on the approach, whether it's cold calling, door knocking, but just the actual flow? Because I know it's very, very important. This is a place, this is a safe space. No such thing as dumb questions. This is a place to ask. We're here to help. We're here to point you in the right direction. I ran out of time, so I didn't get to do live pitching, but just know that next week we are going to do some live pitching. If you guys, I've had people ask me for the pitch. I've shared it with a lot of people. I want to hear how people are doing with it. So, and I'm going to call names. You guys know I'll call names. So, and it better not be that, because I'm saying this next week, I only have like 3 people show up. So don't be afraid. We can work on it together. But if nobody has any questions, we're good to go. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. If you guys saw some type of value, give me a shout out in the WhatsApp and let people on your team or people that you think should be on here, let their asses know to get on here to get some free game.
Thank you, Johnny.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Question for the mentors. I have a bill right now for a Riverside utility company. I went to the sales lookup and it looks like we are able to do, we are able to service it, but I'm trying to figure out which financing companies we can use. I'm on the Sales Resource Center and I looked on Mosaic. I'm sorry, I did MFIN, or I checked MFIN and I didn't see that particular utility company, Riverside Utility Company. So is there an easy way to do a search on the different, like getting some of them combined or no?
No, I think it's pretty much what you're doing, going to the sales resource center and going through each financier to see who works in that area, right? Because it gives you a list of who's working in there actively.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the way I've looked it up before. I don't think, because if you just look it up in Freedom and the zip code, it'll just tell you lease, purchase, but it won't tell you which one.
Which one? Right. Oh, okay. Got it. So I got to go to every individual one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, everybody enjoy the rest of your day. If you guys got some good feedback, give me a shout out. The WhatsApp, tell your people to join, tell them to pull up. And see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow you got David Rondon kicking some fire game as well. So see you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, everyone.